How are you? So previously we have done the car stuff and the it was running fine. The sockets and all, it is all in place. So today we will work on the engine audio. So it gives us that spark which we don't have yet. So first, what we will do, we will just create a new folder called assets. As if anything related to the audio visual effect related to the car, we will put in here. Okay, so inside the header, wait, let me color for the assets. I usually use the gray one, but or the we will look the prof color. Okay, so inside the asset I will name the audio. So what I will do, I have these engine audios. I will put the link of these in the description so you can have it. As soon as you will add, just save these sounds. Okay, so it is just the sound which get in the. Okay, so we are doing the same. And what we will do, we will create a queue using them. So just go to the queue, just right click anyone and just go to the create queue, and it is engine underscore queue. Okay, next is next thing for the standard, we always use audio at the last. So let me do that. Just press F2. One, it is all loop, so I will just delete the loop. Underscore audio, it is just the conventions, and it is always a good idea to always follow the convention. So uh, underscore audio, 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 nope, come on, audio. And for the last one, yep. uh, and for the q, I have like underscore q is the naming convention in which c should be uppercase, and it is. So just open it, let me drag it here. So the thing is, these are just the streamlines that you will look, and we want to merge these all. So I will, what I will do to the sake of simplicity, I will just pick the three alternative one because it is just increasing the speed, right? You get the idea. So what I will do, I will just these three and I will drag them to the queue, and I will delete this one. So first thing is we have to check the looping option for all of them, as it will be a loop. I don't want it to interrupt. Next thing is we do have a node called modulation, and we will use continuous modulation. And what is it? Like if any audio you want to change the pitch or the volume of the audio, we use it, the modulator. Let me show you. If I will plug it here, what I'm doing, I'm not touching the volume, and if I will play, and now what I will do, I will just scale the first. Let me go through these options first. This is the default, which is saying 1, and it is saying that I will give the input from between 0 to 1 or 0 to 100, let's imagine, and it will it will set the pitch between 0 to 1. Like 1 is normal one, and let's imagine if I want to change from like 1 to 30, you will get a change. Like save and play key, it is because as default is 1 and 1 is just greater than 0, so it will be like near about 1. As I will increase it, are you getting the idea? So I am just increasing the pitch and I am getting that effect. So what I will do, I will just use this continuous modulation. And the next thing is there is a parameter name. So we can change this value from our C++ code. So how we will do that? Just write the RPM, because we will set this according to our RPM. I will keep the default as 1. And the next thing is, if we go to our car, the character BP, in our car we have our RPM to 7000. If you guys remember, let me show you. We have, see, we have max RPM to 7000. So what we will do, as I will have three modulators, let me connect. Okay, yep. So I will have different values, like from basically the thing is I have three stacks, as a three volume is there, and I have to manage it from 0 to 7000 RPM, right? So I am just dividing this 7000 in three parts. Basically what I'm doing, for first I will go from 0 to 2500, and next from 250 to 5000, and next 5000 to 7000. So you get the idea, right? So for this, the main input will be like 0 to 2500. Okay, and for the output, if we will change too much, we will get that exaggeration effect, and I don't want that. So I will just min output 2.6 and the max output to 1.5. So I can get that crisp feeling between them, or I can go to 2, and we can like change it later. So I have go from 0 to 2500. From here I will like 2500 to 5000, and same, I will keep the output same, like 0.622 for all of them, like 0.622, uh, and the I have set the min input. Yep, and for the last one it will be like 5000 to 7000. Yep. So we are good with the modulators. Now what I want something to mix these three guys to the output. If I will plug in these, it won't work. So we do have a node called crossfade. So crossfade biparam is like, how do you want to combine these three values? And it is a very good way to combine it. So what it does, on the base of some parameter, it will combine these three values. So for the parameter, we have set RPM in all of the three, right? So we will do the same, because our engine sound is basically overridden by the RPM in our car. So we are doing the same. I'm just connecting it. Yep, and I will connect this to the output. But we have to set the crossfade parameter. Okay, so here are the main thing, and this is the main uh, principle of the crossfade or the audio functions. So what it is saying, that when should I start the first audio, this one, okay? So I want this from 0 to 2500, right? So I want to like perfectly fade, like to perfectly fade in from 0 0, and I want like fade out to be completely like from 2500. But it is saying, like if you will look at this, the fade out RPM value start. So when do you want it to disappear, start disappearing? So I will, you have to just make it smaller than 2500. I have tested this value, so I will go with 2000. I'm keeping the volume same. So if RPM will be 0 to 2500, it will give you this output. And as RPM will cross 2000, it will start fading the first volume. Okay. Now what I want this man, the second audio, to fade in when it, then the first one starts to fade out. So I will just put 2000, and I want completely fade in when it is gone, the first one. So I will 2500, and here I want the second guy to be completely fade out when it is 5000, and for fade out I will keep it 4000, and for the last one it is the same, just 4500 5000, and no, let me 4000 5000, and for the output I will keep it as 7000 for both of them, as this is the last. So if you want to test, just make it, see it is as the param is 0 basically, so it is just running that. Just click save and stop. So now we have to make sure that this queue is used by the engine, but we don't have any audio component, right? So we will create that first. So go to the car. Nope. Yep, C++, that phrase, character, the car. Yep, this is what we want. Okay, so it is up. Okay, this is my bad. I always try to comment everything, and it is like component declaration. 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 Sorry if I'm spelling it wrong. Starts and components declaration ended. I think the spelling is wrong, right? Uh, okay, I will just keep. Okay, yep, it is declaration. Yep, declaration. Sorry for my bad English. Okay, so we do have these two components, but we want to add one more audio component. So we will just use it below. So u property, and same the blueprint read write comma edit anywhere. Okay, next thing, the class. So I have already told you why we are putting the class, because we don't want to include this function in the header file. We will do it in the CPP, and why we are doing that, when we will use this class actually, then we will import that class. Okay, so it is u audio component. I want the pointer, so I will name it as engine sound. Just C is for the component, so I can make the difference between the variable names. Okay. Okay, so we already have the constructor, so I will just give that guy the definition inside it. So just create default. Come on, create default sub object. I want u audio component. Yep. uh, I want it to be called engine sound. Yep, and I will attach that guy to the mesh. Why we are doing that? Let's imagine that I'm just talking it about. Let's imagine that your car mesh is going up, so you want to attach it to this guy, not to the any other thing. So what I will do, so engine sound qc setup. So we see it is not giving us that function because we haven't included its header file. So it is just inside the component. So components, yeah, audio components. So if you ever doubt that I don't know the header file, how I can get it, so just type the approximation, the idea into the Google, and it will give it. It will give you, just put u prefix u, like so. It is the just first, it will be always the first link you will get, and you will get the header file, like here. It is that header file which we have used. So okay, so now that function should be available to me. So set up attachment, and I will attach it to the mesh. So get mesh is the function, because as the mesh is already the part of the parent class, so we are just using the function to attach it. Okay, as we have the sound, we have the engine. Now what I want the to set the parameter inside the sound, and we can just access it, engine sound dot set float parameter, and I will just put the f name, and we have, I think it was rpm, right? And here I will just give the value. But the thing is, it will be the continuous process, so we have to put this function inside uh, the uh, the the tick function, and I think we don't have it yet. So what we will do, we will just call our tick function, and it must be the protected, I guess. So virtual void tick. Yep, it gave me that. Yep, override. So just alt enter. I have the extension, so it just helped me to create the function fast. Or you can just copy it from here and you can paste it in the cpp file. So we have to just cut it from here, and I will put that value here. Next, the thing is, I have to get the value, that what value do you want to put in the rpm. So the first thing, sorry, I did some mistake. No, okay. So first thing is, we don't have engine value inside uh, the a wheel vehicle pawn. Let me show you if we have that. If you will go to this class, a wheel vehicle pawn, we don't have any rpm function or the engine function. I have tested that. So the thing is, the child class of this, or the parent class is chaos wheeled vehicle movement component. Let me press enter. Uh, okay, I think I should try the Google. Let me copy paste. Yep, Google is good. It make your life easy, right? So here, if you will see carefully, see, we are here. So it is just the child of these, the chaos vehicle movement component. See, so and it has a function of the engine setup, the wheel setups, steering, and we have lots of option to to have different mechanics inside the suspension mechanics. So you can do that all. So what I will do, I will just cast my component to the chaos wheel vehicle movement component. Okay, so how we will do that? Let's go back to our cpp file and we will cast it here. What we can, okay, let's do the casting here. So you chaos will move. Yep, I want this vehicle component. So which component I want to convert? So I will just cast uh, to get vehicle movement component. So what I'm doing, I'm just casting our default component to the uchaos wheel movement component. So first we will check if it is valid or not. So if it is not valid, the vehicle component, then I will just return it, because it is obvious that it will be 0, right? uh, so I will just return, and for the sake and utils, okay, we don't have it. I will just put the ulog, u underscore log. Ulog is just the way to communicate to the, you can get the log basically with this function. So I'm just bringing it log temp warning, and what's the message? vehicle component error in car basic. It is always a good idea to give the class name so you can get the idea from where you are getting this log. Okay, so if it doesn't fail and you get here, you have to you need to get the rpm, right? So for the rpm, the vehicle component dot get engine rotation. Okay, it is not giving me the options. What we will do, just click left control and click this guy. So you can get, if you will hover over it, you can get the, it is just chaos wheel vehicle component. So we have to just do it, or we can just copy from the this, we can just copy it. Yep, click save. Now you should have the access to the functions. Come on. No, no. Get engine rotation speed. So you ask why, how do I know this, right? So you can just uh, just control F the speed, and see here it is saying the current engine max rotation speed. It will just give you the sorry, this one, it will just give you the rpm. So okay, first I have to remove the dot. uh, to Okay, so now it is working. uh, so we can also put the put that inside the log. If you want, we can do that too. uh, so we can get the idea if we are getting it correct or not. uh, rpm, uh, f comma value. Okay, so just control s, control shift b, just compile the code. And what do you think, will it give some error or not? Okay, so the build succeeded. Let's get back to the project, and we can just check our character. I will just go reopen it so it doesn't give me that error. So yep, we have that, and we have to put the queue here, the engine queue. Yep, just compile and save, and finger cross, and it should work fine. Okay, it should not give some error, but we have that sound. If you try to run, it is giving us that sound. You are feeling? So you must be wondering why it is just they giving us that jittering effect. Why it is coming down and up. So to have that idea, okay, let's do it in the blueprint. In the begin play, so I don't have to. Okay, let's do it in the during play. Just open the file, and press tilde, show debug vehicle, press enter. So at the below you can see the speed, the mph, then the rpm. It is the current rpm. Actually, when the car starts and you are not moving, the engine still moves. So as default, we have set the rpm 1200. You ask where, so just go to the character base. Because here we have the default rpm. We should have somewhere here rpm. Okay, so it is idle Indian rpm. It is 1200. That is why we, okay, that is closed. Let me run it again. That is why we do have to debug vehicle. So that is why it is 1200. Just look at the rpm carefully. We will increasing the speed constantly, but the rpm will just go up and down. Why is that? When you drive some vehicle, like in first gear also, it the gears have different sizes. So when it is the first gear, it must, like, it can be possible that the first gear is rotating at the max rpm which the car does have. So it is like when you will switch it to the gear 2, now it will start its rpm again, and maybe it will like start from 1200 maybe. So let's test it out. So see, look at the rpm, it is just increasing. See, it is 7000. Again it is just increasing, and it is again, because it is just gear change. Wait for the gear information. Yeah. For the gear, I think we do have gears automatically at the left hand side. You can see. So yep. So this should be it for today. I think you must have enjoyed the video, and you should have the concept of the crossfade and the modulators. And this is how it should work. Okay. If you like the video, please like and subscribe. Thank you.